Noam Chomsky, one of the most influential thinkers of our time, has spent decades breaking down the systems that control our world. He often focuses on the deep connections between capitalism, media control, and the illusion of democracy. His work reveals a troubling truth: systems that claim to empower people often do the opposite. Capitalism is often sold as a system of opportunity and progress, but Chomsky argues that, in reality, it tends to funnel wealth and power into the hands of a small elite. This has serious consequences for democracy, because the wealthy few gain the ability to shape policies, elections, and even public opinion, and profit over people. Chomsky puts it plainly: the principal architects of policy, in the US and elsewhere, are responding to the needs of concentrations of domestic power, major corporations, banks, and the wealthy. In other words, the economic system is built to serve those at the top, not the majority. Capitalism may promise freedom, but Chomsky points out that it's a selective kind of freedom. It protects the rights of corporations more than it does individuals. For everyday people, this system often means low wages, limited political influence, and a sense of powerlessness. One of Chomsky's most impactful ideas is how the media shapes public opinion. In his book Manufacturing Consent, co-written with Edward S. Herman, he lays out the propaganda model. This explains how the media, instead of acting as a check on power, often works to uphold it. Media corporations are controlled by powerful business interests. They decide what stories get told and how. Chomsky explains that the media's job isn't just to inform or entertain, it's also to make sure people accept the values and beliefs that support the current system. The mass media serve as a system for communicating messages and symbols to the general populace, he writes. It is their function to amuse, entertain, and inform, and to inculcate individuals with the values, beliefs, and codes of behavior that will integrate them into the institutional structures of the larger society. The result? People think they are well informed, but what they're really getting is a version of reality that protects the interests of the elite. Important systemic problems are downplayed or ignored, and voices that challenge the system are often silenced. Chomsky doesn't say democracy is a bad idea. Instead, he argues that the way it works now, it's more of an illusion than the real thing. Take the US, for example. Chomsky believes it functions more like a plutocracy, where the wealthy have far more influence over political decisions than regular citizens. In a real democracy, everyone's voice would carry the same weight. But, as Chomsky points out in his lectures, elections are designed to marginalize the population. Political campaigns are funded by corporations and the wealthy, meaning candidates focus on serving their donors, not the public. For voters, the choice often comes down to two parties that both represent the same powerful interests. Even the media plays a role in maintaining this illusion of choice. Political debates are framed narrowly, leaving out big questions like whether capitalism and democracy are even compatible. Instead, people are distracted by surface-level issues that don't challenge the deeper structures of inequality. Despite all this, Chomsky doesn't think change is impossible. In fact, he believes it's achievable, but only if people actively work for it. Grassroots movements, unions, and community organizations are essential for challenging concentrated power and building a more fair society, as he puts it. Optimism is a strategy for making a better future, because unless you believe that the future can be better, you are unlikely to step up and take responsibility for making it so. The first step is awareness. By understanding how capitalism, the media, and politics are interconnected, people can start asking the right questions and challenging the stories they've been told. From there, they can work toward a society that truly represents everyone, not just the powerful few.